Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me how to be a lion. No, not really.
Oh,
goodness.
I'm trying.
yeah, it is the Book of Lions.
I was promised a lion. Yes, I know God is coming back in this episode too, but I was promised a lion.
I can promise you at least one lion in the Book of Daniel.
Yes.
At least.
So excited.
A one lion guarantee.
We might not get to it today, though. That might.
Dang it.
I know.
Come on.
So-
Yeah, there's other stuff that happens in the Book of Daniel, so we're probably not going to get to lions. It's okay. The anticipation, that's half the fun.
Yes. Yes.
You're right.
I certainly am anticipating some fun
Yes.
lions.
Dedeker has been
Yes.
hitting me with that line about the anticipation is really the fun part.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been waiting like 3 weeks for my new computer to get here. And it
Yes.
just got here yesterday, and I rushed to get it all set up for DBS.
It looks great.
And it's working great so far, but if anything goes horribly wrong or like I haven't loaded a certain audio file or something, I apologize. I tried to test as much as I could, but you know how these things are.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't work, we'll feed you to some lions.
There you go.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
And that'll be the story of you.
There it is. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we did talk about this before, but just as a recap. So anything you know about the Book of Daniel? Anything at all?
I think literally all that I know is that a lion is involved, and that is perhaps just because the two of you have told me that that is the case.
So even before that, you had no touch point to the children's version of the tale about Daniel in the lion's den and nothing like that?
Not really.
Oh, wow.
I maybe vaguely, like, does he persuade the lion somehow? Does he win the lion, like a bet? No, I'm kidding.
They do a YouTube debate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, he beats the lion at checkers, maybe. No, I don't know. I don't know what happens, actually. But he's in a den. He's in a lion's den. That's funny. That just reminds me of Saul in the den pooping.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that reminds me of.
Yeah.
Well, that was a cave. I don't know if there were any animals in that cave, but fun callback.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. My mom is like, sorry, my bad. She probably doesn't know either. I mean, maybe she does. I don't know, but I don't. Yeah, this wasn't one of the ones that my grandmother like read to me when I was a kid. That was basically just Noah, which is a great story. Great story.
And that is surprising to me that Noah's the one your grandma went with. I mean, it's cool and all, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of other exciting stories.
My mom's like, I kind of forgot.
I don't know. But the thing is, again, like so many stories in this book have not actually revisited the text.
True.
In several decades, most likely. And so I am curious to see, is there a reason that this is maybe a B-side children's Bible story?
Only B-side?
You know, is there something problematic or confusing or vague about it that does make it harder for even little secular children to learn this story? Like, I'm sure we always uncover something weird that none of us remembered.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it a big one for the two of you?
Yeah, it's like had a children's
rotation
book about it. It's one of those ones that,
oh, wow.
I mean, there's a VeggieTales about it, I think.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a VeggieTales. That's how you know. That it
was a big deal.
It's one of those top hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those top hit stories.
There's the VeggieTales about Esther too, and yet there were definitely some problematic things in there as well. But
oh sure,
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, problematicness has never stopped
VeggieTales.
Christian kids content from happening. So
yeah, it hasn't stopped VeggieTales from creating a very strangely animated ordeal about it. Yeah, with hot vegetables.
I just still wish I knew what vegetable she was. That's the part that bothered me. That she was this nondescript vegetable.
Zucchini, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Someone says a leek.
Let's talk about what we're drinking.
Yes. What are you two drinking?
I'm having a lovely melon-flavored soda. with some
Oh.
shochu mixed into it, trying to enjoy the last bits of summertime.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Is it warm there?
Yeah, for Seattle,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. No, it's like almost 70 today. It's
Yeah.
been pretty nice. It's sunny.
Lovely.
Yeah. And I'm drinking a bourbon called Freeland Spirits.
Whoa, look
bourbon.
at that cool chalice
Yeah,
thing.
so-
that it's looks like you're a pirate.
It's a potion bottle.
I was thinking a potion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of like teardrop shaped potion bottle kind of look. And I will be honest, that was probably 80% of what motivated me to buy it was just that the bottle was cool. It had, I mean,
Yeah.
it had good reviews and stuff too, but mostly it was because I thought the bottle looked really cool.
Is it peaty? Is it like smooth?
No, I mean, it's a bourbon. So it's got that kind of, sweetness to it.
Mhm.
It's just like a nice bourbon. There's nothing like weird about it.
Okay.
But it's from Portland, Oregon. So it's nearby. So that's fun.
Oh, lovely. There you go. I'm having kind of a strange but good cocktail. It's a gin and Campari old fashioned.
Ooh.
So it has gin and Campari and orange bitters and simple syrup, and that's it. And then it would usually have an orange slice in it, but this is a Trader Joe's chili mango.
Oh,
That was the closest I got.
okay.
Wow.
Like the dried ones.
Yes, correct. I
Fun.
love those things. So yeah, that's what we got today. It's a fun
Nice.
time. I kind of had to pull this out of my butt because I didn't have a special one set up today.
Well, it's a good thing you have a delicious butt.
Thank you. That's quite.
All right, kids.
All right, are we doing this? Are we doing this
Yes.
Daniel thing?
Let's do it.
Goodness
Mhm.
gracious. Yes, we are doing this Daniel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, we're making friends with a brand new boy, a boy named Daniel. and it's going to be great. I'm super excited about it. And today, we're also going to be reading some Psalms as well.
Yeah.
So today, we're reading Daniel chapters 1 through 3 and Psalms 134 and 135. As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us or you can listen to us while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
And with that, it's Daniel chapter 1.
I feel like I'm like having a hoedown.
Yeah. All right. Daniel chapter 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, oh yeah, we know him,
Oh, back to Jehoiakim.
That guy.
came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Jerusalem and besieged it.
Uh-oh.
We
Oh,
know
yep,
these
yep.
things.
Okay, quick recap.
Is this from Chronicles that we haven't gotten to yet?
This is from all of the books we've read.
All of them?
What are you talking about, Emily?
No, I mean, I'm just wondering where last we met and saw Nebuchadnezzar.
He was sometimes Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad that he's the same guy.
Well, he's been referenced many times over the course of the prophets because all the prophets are all about, we're going to get taken captive. We're going to be, So yeah, many, many, many references to Nebuchadnezzar.
And Second Kings.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Duff.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the
Yeah.
one that they all predicted would take them over, and then he did do
And
it.
he did. Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand with part of the vessels of the house of God. And he carried them into the land of Shinar to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God.
Oh,
God is back.
Yep. The king spoke to Ashpenaz. That's fun. The king spoke to Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs.
Oh.
the head eunuch.
Yeah.
Or just the master of the eunuchs. We don't know if he's a eunuch or
Yeah,
not.
I wonder if the master of eunuchs is also a
Has
eunuch.
to also be a eunuch? Is it controversial if you put a non-eunuchized person in charge of the eunuchs?
Yeah,
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of politics in this.
quite.
Right out the gate.
Maybe we can do some research on that for the bonus.
Yeah.
Who gets to be master of the eunuchs?
Yes.
I don't like that search term. So the king spoke to Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring in certain of the children of Israel, even of the seed royal and of the nobles, youths in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom. And endowed
Endowed
and
how?
endowed with
With-
knowledge
Okay.
and understanding science, and such as had ability to stand in the king's palace.
Okay,
Wait,
hold on. This is quite a
okay.
job description.
Yeah.
These are all children too, so these are little like boy geniuses.
Youths?
Youths, so we don't know quite how
Can you
young.
run down that
Okay.
list of qualifications again?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can apply for this job.
Okay, so the king is job offering. Please apply if you have the job requirements: no blemish,
So gorgeous,
well favored,
likable,
well favored, likable, I guess. Yeah,
uh-huh.
skillful in all wisdom,
Like super wisdom boy. Okay,
and endowed with knowledge,
Endowed with knowledge.
smartest ever,
and understanding science, which is
scientist,
sort of a separate category of knowledge.
biologist.
Now, what was science at this day and age? Wasn't science like,
Hmm.
I'm going to stick a needle in your boil and then kill a mouse under the full moon and we're going to call you healed of your cancer?
There it is, Dedeker. They were amazing at that.
So you understand
They
that.
could dissect
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they weren't dissecting things at this point. Perhaps.
it might have been, but then they would become unclean after they touched them.
You're right. You're right.
But that's okay.
Well, but this is Babylon. No one cares.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah. And then the last thing is they have to have the ability to stand in the king's palace. I don't quite know what that one means.
So they can stand at all.
They have legs.
They're good at standing up straight for long periods of time without moving, or
Mhm. Okay. All right.
So basically an all-around
say.
perfect boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
A bunch of special boys.
Beautiful boys.
Okay. And that he should teach them the learning of the language of the Chaldeans. Okay, so they have to learn
Oh.
the local language too.
So they were great
Oh.
at languages too.
Yeah. The king appointed for them a daily portion of the king's dainties.
This is why I
I'm
assigned
sorry.
this chapter to you, Jace. I really wanted you specifically to have to say that word.
Just say that sentence right
Does that
there.
mean like they're washing their underpinnings?
Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Oh, dainties. Oh, that's what you're meant. So when I hear the word dainties, I imagine like tiny little bonbons
Ooh, yeah.
that have been finely decorated.
Yeah.
What do you imagine when you hear the word dainties, Jace?
I mean, I did actually think candies at first. So weirdly.
Okay, but Emily thought underwear. That's interesting.
Oh, I thought it was like, yeah, like delicate. I thought
Delicates?
of was like your
Mhm.
delicates, but that it was your dainties.
Right.
his lingerie,
Dainties, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The king's lingerie.
his kingerie.
There you go. Which is weird.
Let's see. I'm going to look up some other translations here. The Message says the king ordered that they be served from the same menu as the royal table, the best food, the finest wine.
Yeah, dainties, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you go to a nice fancy set menu restaurant and you're like, give me the dainties. Give me all your dainties.
They're going to be like, okay, let me get on that.
Now, the King James, and this is weird because a lot of times when we find weird things, they were just copying King James. But the King James Bible says, give them a daily provision of the king's meat.
That's very different.
Yeah.
And dainties. Maybe they mean, what is it? What is that weird word for the innards of something?
A sweet meat?
That's it. Like the sweet
Dainty meat.
breads, sweet breads.
Sweetbreads. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. So the king appointed for them a daily portion of the king's dainties and of the wine which he drank, and that they should be nourished 3 years.
Okay.
That at the end of it, they should stand before the king.
Are they Hansel and Greteling them?
Is this like Esther all over again?
Yeah, where they had a year of
America's Next Top Model?
Yeah, but this is a 3-year long.
America's Next Top Boy.
Yeah, America's Next Top Boy.
Maybe this is like an incubator, for some top talent.
Oh, I see.
Okay. They're like little eggs.
I guess they were having to teach them a new language.
Uh-huh.
Whereas I think in Esther, they already spoke the language. So maybe that's why there's some extra couple years for this prep work.
Okay, yeah, people in the chat are freaking out about me saying the word incubator.
Dedeker means incubator like a tech incubator.
Like a tech incubator, like a startup incubator where venture capitalists will, be like, okay, we're gonna incubate these fine young boys, as in get their
Exactly.
pitch decks all tight
What is that
and
show?
help them,
Silicon Valley.
you know.
Silicon Valley. That's what they made.
Yeah, in exchange for I'm going to own most of what they produce. It's like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
They all live in the same house and they are tech startup. They are a tech startup.
Now, among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Oh, so Daniel was one of the king's special boys. I don't think I ever put that together.
Well, no, he was
Auditioning.
Auditioning
to be one of the boys.
of the children of, but it's so the boys were of the children of Daniel.
No, the children of Judah.
No, it says now among these.
Children of Judah, Daniel.
Among these were of the children of Judah,
Judah,
Daniel.
Daniel. Thank you,
Yes.
Dedeker.
Yeah. So of all the boys in the reality show for 3 years to be America's Next Top Boy,
Nebuchadnezzar's next top boy.
of the ones that were Jews, aka children of Judah, there were these 4, which was Daniel,
Really?
Hananiah,
Well,
Mishael, and Azariah.
Okay.
That's my understanding of this.
That's my understanding as well.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
great.
I thought that they were saying that like Daniel had like a kid in the ring.
No, Daniel's a tiny boy at this point.
Okay, good.
I mean,
good.
spoiler alert, but I mean, well, I guess we just found out he's a boy in this context.
And then Hananiah mess around and Mishael and Azariah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
okay. So I think that's
Mhm.
that.
The Prince of the Eunuchs. Sorry.
The Prince of the Eunuchs, thank you, Emily. The Prince of the Eunuchs gave names to them.
Ooh.
This is fun.
Oh.
Little nicknames. To Daniel, he gave the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach. Oh, I see where this is going. And to Azariah of Abednego.
Wait, where is it going?
Yeah, okay.
These are names
Yes.
that us Crizzo kids know.
Oh.
Yeah, us Crizzo kids know
That's why I didn't know.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego,
Really?
and Daniel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we don't call Daniel Belteshazzar or whatever it is, but we do know Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
Meshach and Abednego? These are names that you
Abednego.
know?
Oh, yes.
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 Yes. Very much so. Yeah.
Why?
Because this is so Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego kind of have their own little story as well within the book of Daniel. That's also common fodder for, the VeggieTales set.
I'm excited for it. Okay.
Yeah. Rakshak and Benny, I think, is what they're called in VeggieTales, right? Or was that a different
Mhm.
children's book?
Yeah, Rakshak and Benny, that's what they call them.
Yeah. Rakshak and Benny.
Wow.
Okay, so yes, as John Dolph the Mike is pointing out in the chat, they're of course assigning them new names that are based on Babylonian gods rather than their Hebrew gods or Hebrew names. So
Yeah, the Prince of the Eunuchs is like, your name's trash. I'm going to call you Belteshazzar.
It sounds like he's belting. He's like
Right,
walking.
exactly.
He's a musical theater kid and he's walking around like belting everything.
Oh, that's good. I
That's
like
fun.
that.
That's fun.
Belteshazzar.
We do need to keep this into consideration for the casting for this particular book.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the king's dainties,
Oh,
nor with the wine which he
Deny
drank.
the dainties.
See, that makes it sound like it is like the king's underpinnings.
No, it's probably, they're like, eat this raven. It's a delicacy in Babylon. And he's like, I cannot eat any kind of raven.
Oh. That's funny because I thought it was more our classic trope of I will not take any gifts or charity from someone
that
that's
too.
not
Oh.
that I don't think I want to respect or something. I don't
What?
quite know what
But it's like the king. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, but the king of the Babylonians, not a Jewish
Oh,
king.
I see. And okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way. Anyway, so therefore, he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. He's like, yeah, so this name you picked for me?
Nah, I'm gonna be Daniel.
Kind of sucks. Yeah, I like Daniel. Now, God made
Oh,
Daniel.
the rock's back.
Hey,
Yay.
the rock is back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey man. Hey. He
Yeah.
had a nice little week off.
Yeah,
there. Week or
yeah.
two. It was good.
Now, God made Daniel to find happiness and compassion in the sight of the prince of the eunuchs. The prince of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who has appointed your food and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse looking than the youths who are of your own age?
Oh no.
So would you endanger my head with the king?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think the Prince of Eunuchs is like, if you don't eat this, you're going to be skinny, you're going to look
Mhm.
bad, and it's going to be on my head that I'm not taking care of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Then said Daniel to the steward, whom the prince of the eunuchs had appointed over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Oh gosh, the whole chain of command we got to keep track of.
Yep.
I mess around.
Okay, so the prince of the eunuchs said that to him, but then he went to the steward who had been assigned to them by that prince.
Is the steward below the prince, but still above the boys?
Yes, I think you're correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what he said. Prove your servants, I beg you, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Any guesses?
Pulse is like a bean or like a grain.
Oh, is that a thing?
right?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a chickpea,
Mm.
like a.
Yum.
They're all in the kind of they're like all legumes.
I could go for some chickpeas.
Okay.
Just some beans. Gave him some beans.
Legumes.
Yeah, some lentils.
Okay.
Mm,
Pretty much
lentils.
all the other translations besides King James just say vegetables and water. So yeah, give us like a
Okay.
simple.
Well, but pulse means you're getting some protein.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Like a legume.
Okay. Got it.
It's nice hummus.
Yeah.
So for 10 days, have your people just give us pulse. Sorry, it's just so weird. Some pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our faces be looked on before you and the face of the youths who eat the king's dainties. And as you see, deal with your servants.
Okay, can you read also the Great Bible? I'm curious about
goodness.
how they deal with the whole pulse bean dainties
Yeah,
situation.
you're right. Okay. So this is the version from the Great Bible, the greatest of Bibles. Verse 12. Oh, prove. They put U's instead of V's. I'm going to say, oh, prove, but 10 days with thy Cervantes. And
Cervantes.
and let us have potage to eat and water to drink.
Potage?
Then
Potage.
then loke upon our faces. That's L-O-K-E, loke. Then loke upon our faces. And there's that eat of the king's meat. And as thou sayst, so deal with thy Cervantes.
With your Cervantes.
Cervantes.
So yeah, they're kind of doing this bet of like, we're gonna cleanse for 10 days. And then you see who looks hotter.
Yeah, that's
Right?
good. It's a good challenge.
Yes.
We're gonna eat clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he listened to them in this matter and proved them 10 days.
Mm.
At the end of the 10 days, their faces, oh my gosh, their faces,
Were awesome.
Their skin cleared up,
they appeared fairer.
It's true.
just brightest eyes, rosiest cheeks,
Mhm.
dewy skin, just everything that the wellness industry promises.
100%.
Their faces appeared fairer, and they were fatter in flesh than all the youths who ate of the king's dainties.
That's surprising. Maybe because of
Wow.
all the carbs, but it's fine.
So the steward took away their dainties and the wine that they should drink and gave them pulse. Now, as for these 4 youths, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom.
Dang.
And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams.
Oh, he's one of those.
So he was also kind of prophet adjacent.
Yeah, he's like a
Like
Joseph.
who could interpret dreams. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
At the end of the days which the king had appointed for bringing them in, the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. The king talked with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. In every matter of wisdom and understanding concerning which the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better
10
than
times.
all the magicians and enchanters who were in all his realm.
10 times better than the magicians. Better at what?
I don't know.
Everything. All matters of wisdom and understanding. Better than all the magicians and enchanters in the whole realm.
I mean, like, but what questions is he bringing to them? Is the old classic, should I split this baby in half? And they're like, we've so been there, done that. This is what you're going to do. And he's like, oh my God, I never thought of that.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Last verse. Daniel continued even to the first year of King Cyrus.
Oh, new king. Who dis?
Yeah, new king who dis.
Wow.
And there we have it. That's the end of chapter 1.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Oh,
What an intro to Daniel.
Yeah, I'm excited for our special vegetarian boys.
Yes, this is the best.
All right, Daniel chapter 2. In the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, and his spirit was troubled, and his sleep went from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the enchanters and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans,
Okay,
all of
too.
them, to tell the king his dreams. So they came in and stood before the king. The king said to them, I have dreamed a dream. Time gone by.
I know.
Okay.
I'm like, we're in France in the 1800s
Yeah.
singing a song.
I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit is troubled to know the dream.
Mm.
Then spoke the Chaldeans, all of them, to the king in the Syrian language. O king, live forever. Tell your servants the dream, and we will show you the interpretation. The king answered the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If you don't
What?
make known to me the dream,
Oh.
hold on, just let me finish. The thing is gone from me. If you don't make known to me the dream and the interpretation of it, you shall be cut in pieces and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
Whoa!
But-
what does that even mean?
If you show the dream and the interpretation of it, you shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation of
Wow.
it.
This is not very nice. Like, it's one or
Wow.
the other.
Yeah.
And the latter is not a good thing to have happen.
He's taken it to an 11
Yeah.
right away.
Seriously. My goodness.
Although maybe there's some context here of like maybe our 4 special boys showing up were the beginning of Nebuchadnezzar getting skeptical of his own magicians and
Mm.
enchanters, right? Starting to think, maybe these guys are charlatans. Maybe they're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Maybe they don't actually really know anything. And this is him finally being like, you know what? I'm going to finally put them to the test to see if they
Jeez.
actually can do anything mystical and magical.
Yes.
Yeah. So in just for some context, where it keeps saying Chaldeans, in all the other translations I can see besides King James, they're astrologers,
Okay.
and in the Message, they're fortune tellers.
All
And
right.
so I think it's
Okay.
kind of like
Okay, sure.
psychics. You know, you should be able to tell me my dream, not
Mm.
just interpret it.
Yeah.
But so Daniel and the other boys are wisdom. They're using their wisdom
I mean, we'll find out.
or something.
What is your question again?
I'm like, what? Clearly, they're going to beat these charlatans. So are they using their wisdom to do it, or what is it exactly?
We got to find out.
Okay.
They haven't even entered the scene yet.
Well,
Yeah,
They
this
will.
is just all the other fortune tellers.
okay. Okay.
Okay. They answered the second time and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the
Yeah,
interpretation.
please at least give us a head start here. Yikes.
The king answered, I know of a certainty that you would gain time, because you see, the thing is gone from me. But if you don't make known to me the dream, there is but one law for you. For you have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me, until the time be changed. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can show me the interpretation of it. Okay, so yeah, Nebuchadnezzar's hit his breaking point
Mhm.
with these con artists.
He's like, just tell me what I was dreaming.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man on the earth who can show the king's matter, because no king, lord, or ruler has asked such a thing of any magician or enchanter or Chaldean. It is a rare thing that the king requires, and there is no other who can show it before the king, except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh.
Whoa.
For this cause, the king was very angry and very furious.
Angry
And-
and furious. Yeah.
He's super pissed.
And commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
So the decree went forth, and the wise men were to be slain. And they
Ah.
sought Daniel and his companions to be slain.
No, Daniel didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, this is like full on across the board. Don't even care.
Daniel's fine.
I see. Yeah. Called everybody, and that included them, even though they weren't there at this questioning.
They weren't even
Interesting.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Daniel returned answer with counsel and prudence to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, who was gone forth to kill the wise men of Babylon. He answered Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree so urgent from the king?
Why do you have to kill us right now?
I feel like that Daniel's really trying to be polite.
Yeah. So why do you gotta kill us right
Why do you have to kill us right now?
now? Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, like he's really trying to keep his cool. So Aryak, hey man,
Hey.
so what's the deal?
Like, chill.
Then Aryak made the thing known to Daniel. I see. So Aryak was like, here's the scoop. This is what's going on. He's very mad and very furious.
And you're going to die.
Because they didn't
Bye.
guess his dream and interpret it.
Mm-hmm. Daniel.
And apparently that matters for you too.
Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would appoint him a time and he would show the king the interpretation.
Whoa.
Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of the God of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his companions should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then,
And
yes?
What?
I was going to say, that's a great place to take a quick break on a cliffhanger.
Really? Oh.
What? In the middle of the chapter?
Well, yes, because this is long and the next one's short. And then
you're right.
We don't have a
Okay.
ton of
Right.
Psalms, so we're about at the halfway point.
Okay.
And on that cliffhanger, we're going to take a quick break to talk about how you can support this show before we find out the interpretation of these dreams. And the best way you can do that is to just tell your friends. You can tell them, oh my gosh, they finally got to Daniel. It's time for you to start listening to this show. Come check it out. It's so great. drunkbiblestudy.com/live. You can come check out the live shows, join in the chat, or just listen to the podcast with them. It would go a long way to helping us grow this show. And if you're able to contribute financially to help us keep this show going at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy, you can become a parishioner. And as a thank you there, we have things like early releases of episodes. You don't have to wait as long for the next one. Personal toasts on the show, Emily's drink recipes with pictures, and our undying affection.
And we are back to settle into the second half of this chapter. What's going to happen? What's going to happen, Emily?
I don't know. I don't know. Anything could happen. I'm sure that Daniel will win.
Really, anything could happen.
Emily, guess what the dream is and the interpretation, or we will kill you.
And turn your house into a shit house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too
Shit on
bad.
your house.
I don't know. Probably it's going to be like, and then God will win. Something like that.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
That's the interpretation,
guess.
probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be,
What do you think his dream is?
oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't remember this at all. So
Maybe
I don't either, yeah.
God is going to like grab your entire kingdom and run with it. Something like that.
Oh, that's a scary dream. Yeah. Okay.
Let's find out what happens.
The dream's kind of on the nose there, but sure.
Uh-oh.
Then was the secret revealed to Daniel in a vision of the night.
Ooh.
Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals the deep and secret things. He knows what is in darkness, and the light dwells with him. I thank you and praise
Sorry,
you."
hold on a second. In the message, I just noticed he says, he opens up the depths, tells secrets, sees in the dark.
Whoa.
Those are God's powers in the message.
He's a cat. He truly is a lion.
I thank you and praise you, you God of my fathers, who have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what we would desired of you, for you have made known to us the king's matter. Therefore, Daniel went in to Arioch, whom the king had appointed to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus to him, "Don't destroy the wise men of Babylon.
Oh.
Bring me in before the king, and I will show to the king the interpretation."
Whoa.
Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus to him, "I have found a man of the children of the captivity of Judah who will make known to the king the interpretation." The king answered Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar,
Let's not
Kind
forget.
of.
"Are you able to make known to me the dream which I have seen and the interpretation of it?"
Daniel's like, duh.
Daniel answered before the king and said, "The secret which the king has demanded can neither wise men, enchanters, magicians, nor soothsayers show to the king. But there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets, and he has made known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Your dream and the visions of your head on your bed are
Is
these.
this like
wait, what?
like a Godfather situation? Like, what's happening here?
Your dream and the visions of your head on your bed are these. You know, the visions you had when your head was on your bed.
When
He
your
was
head-
really
Yeah,
spelling it
okay.
out.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Not your daydreams, your dreams you have when you do that thing where you crawl in onto a soft place and kind of lay down in a sideways manner and put your head on a pillow.
I like that
And
he's being
close
a
your eyes
little
and then see things, those
poetic.
dreams.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm sweet.
As for you, O king, your thoughts came into your mind on your bed. What should
Mhm.
happen hereafter? And he who reveals secrets has made known to you what shall happen. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but to the intent that the interpretation may be made known to the king, and that you may know the thoughts of your heart. You, O king, saw, and behold, a great image. This image, which was mighty, and whose brightness was excellent,
So excellent.
stood before you, and the aspect of it was awesome.
Super awesome.
It's great aspect ratio. I think this is a statue.
Oh.
That's what the other translations are saying is statue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's about to describe a statue.
Okay.
As for this image, its head was of fine gold, its breast and its arms of silver, its belly and its thighs of brass,
Why all these different metals?
Yeah.
its legs of iron, its feet part of iron and part of clay.
Okay.
You saw until a stone was cut out without hands, which struck the image on its feet that were of iron and clay and broke them in pieces.
Mm.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken in pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away so that no place was found for them. And the stone that struck the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation of it before the king. Okay, before they go on, what would your interpretation of that be, Em?
Wait, so wind carried them away? So like these really awesome, big, heavy statues were carried away by the wind?
No, just one statue.
Okay, this
Made of
awesome,
different parts of it are made
all
of different
these
metals.
yes, was carried away by the wind
And then,
so that no place was found by them. And the stone that struck the image became a great mountain. So it was a huge frickin' stone that was like bam and hit this giant metal man,
yes,
and he flew into the ocean or something.
yes. Now,
Which-
how would you interpret it?
I'm assuming that that metal man was the king, and something. This mountain was God, perhaps, probably God,
Hmm.
because everything's God or Jesus.
Interesting. Or Jesus.
They're
Jesus,
probably the
okay.
Christians
Yeah.
are like, it's Jesus. It's Jesus.
You, O king, are king of kings, to whom the God of heaven has given the kingdom, the power, and the strength, and the glory. And wherever the children of men dwell, the animals of the field and the birds of the sky has he given into your hand, and has made you to rule over them all. You are the head of gold. After you shall arise another kingdom inferior to you,
Whoa.
and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. The fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, because iron breaks in pieces and subdues all things.
Hmm.
And as iron that crushes all these, shall it break in pieces and crush.
Beautifully written prose right here.
You saw the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron. It shall be a divided kingdom, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, because you saw the iron mixed with miry clay. As the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Whereas
Fascinating.
you saw the iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cling to one another, even as iron does not mingle with clay.
We all know that about iron and clay. They don't.
Obviously.
In
Clearly.
the days of those kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, nor shall the sovereignty of it be left to another people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. because you saw that a stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it broke in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great God has made known to the king what shall happen hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation of it is sure.
Wow.
Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face
Oh, wow.
and worshipped Daniel,
Of course.
and commanded that they should offer an offering and sweet odors to him.
Ooh, so sweet. These odors.
That's another one where he's scrambling. He's like, oh gosh, what do I do? Oh, I didn't think to grab like a gift basket. Here,
Odors.
I can smoke you out. I can light some nice incense for you. Are you interested in my essential oils?
Yes.
It's one of those. Got it. Okay. Wow.
The king answered to Daniel and said, of a truth, your God is the God of gods and the Lord of kings and a revealer of secrets, seeing you've been able to reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel great and gave him many great gifts and made him to rule over the whole province of Babylon and to be chief governor over all the wise men of Babylon.
So exactly Joseph again, is what you're saying.
It is, you're right. Daniel requested of the king, and he appointed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon.
That's fun.
But Daniel was in the gate of the king. End of chapter 2.
Cool.
That's it. Wow. Wow.
All right.
This is exciting.
Okay, he's had a quick rise to
What?
power.
What?
And then this next chapter that Emily's going to read, this is one of the stories I actually remember as a kid.
Okay, here we go. Chapter 3. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits and the breadth of it 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, set to gather together the satraps, the deputies and the governors, the judges, treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image with Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the satraps, the deputies, and the governors, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together to the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar.
Does that count as drinking for repetition?
Sure.
Well, yeah, sure. Any excuse. Okay, so we had a big unveiling ceremony for this cool new statue.
Yeah.
So John Dolph the Mike put in the chat that's like 90 feet tall. So it's a pretty tall-ish
It's a big
statue.
boy.
Yeah.
I feel like Nebuchadnezzar had that dream and had it told to him, and then he was like, ooh, that's scary, but you know what? I just got an idea for an art project.
Yeah.
But his is all gold. So that's actually a ton of gold now that I think about it.
It's a lot of gold.
Wow.
So they were there for the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then the herald cried aloud, "To you it is commanded, peoples, nations, and languages, that whatever you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, you fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up."
Oh, I remember this now.
Now, I just want to hit you with the message real quick.
Okay.
Because the message was trying to make that more relatable than zithers and horns
yeah?
and what have
God,
you.
I'm
What
scared.
did they say?
So he said, when you hear the band strike up, all the trumpets and trombones, the tubas and baritones, the drums and cymbals,
Baritones. Yeah.
fall to your knees and worship the gold statue.
So just like a real parade and band.
It is funny, though, that he's put together an entirely brass band where the band that's actually mentioned in here clearly has like some stringed instruments and some other
strings in
things
it.
as well.
I think Eugene is just like, we need a white person band. We need white people instruments. Come on.
No. Yeah.
Brass band, that's the one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
To be fair, that's better than the King James, which says the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery.
I'm sorry, what is that?
What's a sack
What's
butt?
a sack butt?
Hold on, maybe we save this for the bonus because
Yeah,
we could
we'll talk about
definitely
that in the
do
bonus.
some
That'll be
drunk
great.
music conservatory
Okay.
is where Jace graduated
Okay.
from study.
Yeah, I went to a music conservatory also, if I didn't study music as much as I could have.
Yeah, you were a voice lady though.
Yes. And whomever doesn't fall down and worships shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Gosh,
Therefore,
the rules in this country.
I don't
So
know. I mean,
extreme.
he just wants to see people burn. He
Yeah,
does.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Some men do.
Some men want to watch the world burn. Thank you, Christopher Nolan.
Can we-
Thank you, Christopher Nolan. Yes.
Can we consult the Great Bible on that list of instruments as well?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it'll be the
that's
same as
fun.
King James.
That's fun. Okay. That all men, when they hear the noise of the trumpetus, harpus, shamus.
What?
Shamus.
A shamus?
Trumpetus.
Shamus. SHAWMES. Shamus.
I'm going to add that to the list.
Psalteries, symphonies, and all other melodies. So if you hear any kind of music at all, is what it's saying, you bow down and worship the statue. Wow. And whoso, that's one word, WHOSO, whoso then fell not down and worshipped not that, he should be cast into an hota burning oven.
Hota burning oven. Oh no.
Hota burning oven.
Okay.
Amazing. Burning oven, fiery furnace. Got it. Here we go. Therefore, at that time, when all the peoples heard the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, all the peoples, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadrezzar, the king, had set up. Therefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and brought accusations against the Jews.
Oh,
They
whoa.
answered.
Sorry, hold on.
I don't know.
Left turn
They did.
at this same event, do you think? Or is this the next day?
Perhaps. I mean, they didn't like all of the instruments. They answered Nebuchadrezzar the king, O king, live forever. You, O king, have made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, and whoever doesn't fall down and worship shall be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Obviously, there are certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. What did you say?
Shack, and Benny. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. These men, O king, have not regarded you. They don't serve your gods, nor worship the golden image which you have set up. Then,
freaking narcs.
Yeah.
Seriously.
These Chaldeans.
Seriously. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach. Please say it.
Shadrach? I mean, we're saying the like, super Americanized white Midwest version of this, right?
The way that you all said it. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar answered them, "Is it on purpose, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you don't serve my God?"
Every time.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I was not braced for that one. I'm sorry.
Okay. I have to finish this chapter.
So sorry. So hold on. I just want to like understand what's happening here. So Nebuchadnezzar calls these boys in, who are his favorite boys.
Is it on purpose?
It's like
you don't serve my God.
Did you mean to do this? Was this an accident? Like, what's going on?
I would get
here?
it if it was an accident. We all make accidents, you know.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That you don't serve my God nor worship the golden image which I have set up. Now, if you are ready whenever you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, to you, I'm supposed to go to rehearsal after this. Good luck with that.
Oh my goodness.
And all kinds of music. Yeah. What?
I feel like we're in a musical or something where there's this refrain that keeps repeating of these the harps, lyres,
Seriously.
trumpets, horns, and whatever. Like, that's
It's the powder song. It's the powder song section of Daniel.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And all kinds of music to you fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you don't worship, you shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Crap. Here we go again.
Oh, I see. So he's like, yeah, where's your God now? Rakshak and
Yeah.
Benny.
Yeah. Shadrach,
Yes.
Meshach,
Meshach.
and Abednego. Abednego answered the king, Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter.
Oh, shoot. That
They
is
are bold.
bold moves. Yeah.
Wow. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand.
Gosh, they're bold.
O king.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Wow. I'm like, check yourself.
Yeah,
Daniel's the
dang.
special boy here, not you. Come on now.
Right. Careful.
I don't know. They think they're all so special, but whatever. Wow.
They're in his
Oh,
entourage and they're getting real big
Abednego,
heads about
Thank
it.
you. My mom is like putting some, yeah,
Spelling it
like
out phonetically in the
exactly.
chat.
Let's do some phonetics here. Abednego. Okay.
Abednego. That's fun too.
Abednego.
It's Abednego.
Abednego. Oh, Abednego.
Yes.
So we're looking at a bed and a knee. Go! Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods, nor worship the golden image which you have set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore, he spoke and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated.
Oh, so he's like,
turn
jack it up to 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa, yeah. He commanded certain mighty men who were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Sorry, hold on. Wait.
Meshach?
Meshach.
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 There's the SH in the middle of the word, right?
Yeah, Meshach,
Yeah.
Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their pants.
Sorry, what?
Then,
What?
wait, it literally says this. Then these men were bound in their pants, their tunics, and their mantles, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. No!
Oh, I see. They're
That's
hold
on.
dressed. They're
Pause.
clothed.
Pause.
Oh, no!
No, pause. Just pause real quick. This is a weird detail that was like, and we kept all their clothes on them
Yeah, that's
and threw them in.
I'm
I'm like, why?
Meshach.
Does the message say anything about them being bound in their pants?
My mom's like, wow, you can't read. Okay,
Yeah,
Meshach.
the message
Yeah.
does say, let's see here, that they were bound hand and foot, fully dressed from head to toe, and were pitched into the roaring fire.
Okay.
So this must be an important detail.
Is okay, maybe I'm trying to connect the dots. So if they are favored with the king, they probably wear some pretty sweet clothing. They're not like peasants or anything. And so I guess that if the king knows he's going to kill someone, you would probably strip them to take their clothes, right?
But he's like, nah.
But he was like so mad. He's like, I don't even care. Just get him in there as soon as you can.
But why does Daniel get exempt from this? Because he was the dream
That's
boy?
Well, he
interesting.
didn't
Yeah, maybe.
go and talk sass like they did.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't get tattled
They were
on.
assigned in a different place, and he was kind of right hand of the king style. So maybe he just
Mhm.
wasn't around for this worshiping, and they were,
Okay.
or maybe just the priests, or not the priests, but the fortune tellers
Uh-huh.
like, told on them because they thought they were an easier target than Daniel because he's too powerful.
Okay.
I like this backstory headcanon we got going on here.
Okay. Here we still have stuff. Okay. 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire killed those men.
Oh,
Who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and crap. It's back up here.
Abednego.
Abednego. These three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
Hold on. Okay, no, hold on.
Yeah, we got to stop for
So it was saying that the fire was so hot
that it killed the other
dudes that brought them
just to carry them up to
throw them in.
They died.
Goodness.
Whoa.
That's some collateral damage.
Jeez, yikes. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste. He spoke and said to his counselors, "Didn't we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? Did that happen?"
It's like we just now we did that, right?
These other three men died. What happened? Okay. They answered to the king, "True, O king." He answered, "Look, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt."
Whoa.
Four? What happened to them? Why
Keep
four?
Keep reading.
And the aspect of the fourth is like a son of the gods.
What do you think?
Then I don't know. Is it Daniel? Is it God? Is it Jesus? Who is it? I'm sorry. Okay. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace. He spoke and said, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you servants of the Most High God, come forth and come here. Come here." God, why do they
Get over
why
here.
do they have to keep saying the names? Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Abed. A single bed behind me, go, came forth out of the midst of the fire. The satraps, the deputies, and the governors, and the king's counselors began gathering together, saw these men, that the fire had no power on their bodies, nor was the hair of their head singed, neither were their pants changed, nor had the smell of the fire passed on them. Wow.
So they didn't need to change their shorts.
They didn't.
Wow. So that's why the clothes were important, I guess. Was because they ended up not burned.
I guess so. There you go. Okay. All right. Well done, writer. Nebuchadnezzar spoke and said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego."
Oh my gosh, Emily.
Abednego.
I just need to take a moment to clarify to our listeners. Anyone out there who's listening who thinks that Emily's like doing a bit or like putting this on, I can assure you 100% not a bit.
I'm not, I promise. Who has sent his angel.
I've never heard it pronounced like a knee, but more ne.
That's what Abednego.
Yeah.
Abednego.
But I've always heard the emphasis on the bed part.
Somebody wrote knee in the phonetics, and so I'm saying knee.
No, I know.
Abednego.
Yeah, okay.
Who has sent his angel and delivered his servants who trusted in him and have changed the king's word and have yielded their bodies that they may not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I make a decree.
There's the answer. It was, according to Nebuchadnezzar, it was an angel in there with him.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Who was the angel? Who's the guy and who does Tilda Swinton?
Thinking of John Travolta?
No, that was Michael.
Yeah.
I remember that movie. Who was in Constantine?
I never saw it.
Who was Tilda Swinton playing?
Never saw it or read it.
Yeah, I also never saw it.
Anyone? Somebody?
This is just an unnamed angel.
No.
There's only a few named angels in the Bible. They're not many. But
Yeah. No, that was a big angel. I'm surprised that nobody knows. Okay, it's fine. Therefore, I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything evil against the God of these boys shall be cut in pieces. And
Wait, it did say their names again, right?
Maybe. Meshach, Shaq. It's just a lot of CHs and SHs, and it doesn't compute in my brain. I just want to go over them. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God who is able to deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. The end. I mean, good. It ended up well for them.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. I'm so glad. I'm so glad they had a good time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
God.
What a delight that was.
Gabriel, thank you. Gabriel. That's the boy. That's the
That's
Tilda.
the angel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this angel ever gets named. I think it's just a mysterious angel who swoops in to save him and keep him safe from the fire.
Who's Gabriel?
Make sure none of their clothes get singed.
Yeah. Is Gabriel in the New Testament?
Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure Gabriel also makes an appearance in the New Testament.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Anyway, we didn't get to any lines today, but a lot of action for sure.
It's still really fun.
Whoa.
What?
It's a quick preview of maybe something we can talk about in the bonus, but in the Hebrew Bible, Gabriel is the one who explains Daniel's visions to him. Maybe that happens later in the book. But so you were right, Emily. That's the one. It's Tilda Swinton.
I just manifested that in my heart.
Knew.
See? I know things about the Bible.
It was some divine knowledge.
Yeah, it was.
Emily's the prophet.
It was just like God revealed the secrets. He revealed it in your heart, Emily.
There it is. That's exactly what happened.
Wow. Okay, we should read some psalms.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
And now it's time for Silly Psalms with DBS, the part of the show where DBS comes out and reads some psalms.
Number 134, A Song of Ascents. Look, praise Yahweh, all you servants of Yahweh who stand by night in Yahweh's house. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary. Praise Yahweh. May Yahweh bless you from Zion, even he who made heaven and earth.
Fiend.
Oh, wow.
That's- yeah.
Okay, so short.
Shortest psalm ever written.
Shortest. So short. It's interesting because it's like both of these are one song of ascent. Maybe not.
Oh, as in like maybe 135 is also included in this song of ascent?
Perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a whole new thing. Because it's not tiny. It's not teeny weeny anymore. So.
Well, let's find out. Take it away.
All right, Jace, go.
Okay. Psalm 135 may be also still a song of ascents. Praise Yah. Praise Yahweh's name. Praise him, you servants of Yahweh. You who stand in Yahweh's house, in the courts of our God's house. Praise Yah, for Yahweh is good. Sing praises to his name, for that is pleasant. For Yah has chosen Jacob for himself, Israel for his own possession. For I know that Yahweh is great, that our Lord is above all gods. Whatever Yahweh pleased, that he has done, in heaven and in earth, in the seas and in all deeps. He causes the clouds to rise from the ends of the earth. He makes lightnings with the rain.
Wow.
He brings the winds out of his treasuries. I like that. I like that imagery.
So he's got a good like storehouse just of winds.
Yeah, he's got them all up on like
Here's my winds
on
collection.
decorative, mounts on the wall, and he pulls out his precious winds to blow them through the world. He struck the firstborn of Egypt, both of man and animal. Yep, we remember that. He sent signs and wonders into the middle of you, Egypt, on Pharaoh and on all his servants. He struck many nations and killed mighty kings. Sihon, king of the Amorites, Og, king of Bashan. He was really tall, I remember that. And all the kingdoms of Canaan, and gave their land for a heritage to Israel, his people. Your name, Yahweh, endures forever. Your renown, Yahweh, throughout all generations. For Yahweh will judge his people and have compassion on his servants. The idols of the nations are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they can't speak. They have eyes, but they can't see. They have ears, but they can't hear. Neither is there any breath in their mouths. These
are the idols?
The idols, yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
Those who make them will be like them. Yes, everyone who trusts in them will be no real eyes or ears or mouths.
What?
Sorry, that was me explaining.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
House of Israel, praise Yahweh. House of Aaron, praise Yahweh. House of Levi, praise Yahweh.
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm done.
No, I like Dedeker's. Yeah, it's like, all right, let me see the right side of the house. Say yeah. Yeah. Right, so he's like, House of Israel, say yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron, say yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You who fear Yahweh, praise Yahweh. Woo! And then that's like everybody. Blessed be Yahweh from Zion, who dwells at Jerusalem. Praise Yah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You just wrapped that up real quick there. Such a dramatic ending.
It's sort of a
My
mic drop
goodness.
situation at the end there.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that.
And everyone's like, whoa, okay, I guess we're done. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What a rousing day between all that action and our smart little boys and just adventures and pronunciation. Good start to Daniel, I would say. I hope that it stays that way.
Yeah. I hope I don't have to pronounce all those names every time, but I'm gonna practice them. I'll practice them. I'll work on it. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us for Bible study today. If you want to join the audience or live stream shows, follow us on Twitch at Drunk Bible Study or go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including early releases, cocktail recipes, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/Drunk Bible Study. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and write us a nice review on iTunes, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group or on our Discord server at discord.drunkbiblestudy.com. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Dedeker Winston, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your day.